Greetings and salutations, everyone. My name is Wiggy, and feel free to follow me over on Twitter if you'd like to stay updated with everything I post. With that being said, let us get to the video. So recently, I've been requested to play Adventure Quest World 3D, a cross-platform MMORPG. And well, that's a good enough reason for me to check it out. I mean, it's that simple, guys. Just ask and I'll probably check it out eventually. Now, Adventure Quest World 3D might sound familiar to some of you, and there's a good reason for that. If you've ever went looking around for an MMORPG to play way back in the 2000s, then you may have heard of this. Which, let's face it, most of us who enjoy MMORPGs have at one point hit that drought when we couldn't find an MMORPG we wanted to play, and we just felt this emptiness, like we needed to find something. And there is where you probably would have seen the ad. The notorious ad called Adventure Quest World that plays in your web browser.
Enter a world where three-headed things with perfect frigging teeth try to wreck your day. You need the hot chick and the spandex with the magic arrows, and a guy with a beard and some sort of a dress-looking thing to solve problems on an epic scale. And look at the colors. Yes, lots of colors. Play a game that updates every week. Play Adventure Quest World.
There were so many versions of that same ad that was created, all of them equally as funny to watch as the first. I feel like that's the only ad I've ever watched from start to finish and enjoyed every second of it. Other than maybe like a weird Japanese advertisement about noodles or something like that. They're pretty good too. But anyway, getting off topic here. The point is that this is the very same game. However, it is now 3D and cross-platform and downloadable via Steam, which is what I did. Now, I will point out that this game is still getting worked on. It is not a fully released title, and therefore some of the issues that I am talking about today may change at a later date. The new Adventure Quest World, whilst it does look a lot better than the original Adventure Quest World, as it's 3D, no longer a side-scroller, it still keeps all of its comedic charm. Most of the conversations had me either chuckling or in full laugh fits. I mean, guys, you get to encounter Death, who lost the key to the underworld. That's just awesome. Then there's us, the players, rejoicing over the fact that we have the inability to die, only to find out that we can still feel pain and therefore we can just, in essence, never stop dying. We experience this not too long after the events of meeting Death, as the bad guy struggles to find out how they can kill us. Though they do eventually give up and throw us into the oblivion that is the sky like Team Rocket. Oh, guys, this game is so good. At least at the beginning, I had such high hopes. However, once the cutscenes are over and the gameplay sets in, the tedium and slow gameplay creeps in. Even whilst the new dialogue and cutscenes are just as funny as the rest, the game gets repetitive fast. But before we get into that, let's take a step back. First of all, the character customization is somewhat limiting, with a decent list of hairs and colors, but no ability to edit your face type, or literally anything to do with your face or body. But hey, you can be a girl with a beard, so that's a plus in my book. Who wouldn't want to play a long-haired, beautiful maiden with a magnificent mustache? It's definitely unique. Then there's only 3 classes to pick between, which that's just such a small amount of classes. But anyway, once you're out of the beginning, you can swap your classes freely at any time between the 3 unlocked classes. But the rest of the classes are locked behind a paywall, which is just ridiculous on so many levels, if I'm being honest. Then there is, of course, the classes themselves being very simplistic. Once you have chosen your specific class, you get your set skills. That is it. You do not learn any new skills as you level up. There is no talent tree, and there are no stats to place in. Nothing. The class is as you get it. So as I said, the game gets pretty repetitive early on, as you don't have any way of changing how you played from the beginning to how you're gonna play at the end. Anyway, moving on to the combat, I would say it's not that bad. It's, again, simplistic at its nature, as it's basically just a normal tab target game. Some of your attacks can hit multiple targets even if you're not targeted on it specifically, but other than that, it's very simplistic. but it doesn't feel clunky, so there's at least that. Then there's the world. It's cute and somewhat detailed, as it's intended. It's not supposed to be mind-blowing with its visual prowess. It's supposed to be cute and reminiscent to the original version, so it did that correctly. However, the regions are relatively small in comparison to other semi-open regioned instance MMORPGs like Blade and Soul or Final Fantasy XIV, so traveling through these regions is less time consuming, but then they're also smaller. Something else to note with this game is that many of the in-game sounds are seemingly missing, from attack sound effects to the general music while wandering around. Sometimes you will have the music being really loud and happy, and then other times it's complete silence, making you feel like you're in a horror game. I didn't personally enjoy my experience a whole lot. After finishing quests, dungeons, roaming around the regions, dying to monsters, really the only thing that kept me playing this game was the comical quest dialogue. The rest of the game just felt bland in comparison. Adventure Quest World right now is incomplete and it feels just like that. So in my opinion, right now it is not worth playing. I definitely feel like as Adventure Quest World 3D progresses, it will become more playable, but currently, it's not for me. That being said, this is just my opinion on the game and how I perceived it. Your opinions may vary a lot from my own, and that's perfectly fine. However, I would like to ask you guys what your opinion on it is. But with all of that out of the way, a good day, night, or afternoon, wherever it is where you guys are, and I will be seeing you next time. 口づけくらいじゃ足りないもん